The next chapter is about to begin. Join us live every Tuesday and Thursday for brand new episodes of the American Contractor Show. Our mission is to bring you the latest tools, innovations, and knowledge to help you become the most informed contractor in your market. Knowledge is the ultimate power, and we are connecting you with the most knowledgeable minds in our industry. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode. American Contractors, I hope you're ready. This one's for you.
This is Larry Bache with the Northern Law Group, helping policyholders for more than 30 years. If you have a claim or your client has a claim that needs help, please feel free to call the Northern Law Group because we are the true policyholder advocate.
C3 was eager to help us, and even whenever we weren't giving them work, they were still eager to give advice. The things that they were putting out for the for changing from DMO to RFG and giving that to the industry and not charging anything for it, I thought was really cool. And that's stuff that I as a contractor appreciate. I'd recommend C3 to any contractor who's looking for a PA, especially if you're around Colorado. Great guys, man. I'm nothing but happy with the work they've done for us.
What's up, everybody? Derek was just on here about an hour ago, and we're already here. We're doing storm coverage for the DFW area. We have a severe thunderstorm warning out now for Dallas County, Rockwell County, and the county Terrell's in. I don't know off the top of my head. And we also have another storm warning down by Gun Barrel City. This is the one right now that includes Rowlett, Rockwall, Mesquite, Garland, so the eastern sections of DFW. It's warm for ping pong ball size hail. I had a huge marker on it a little while ago. And we're going to kind of go zoom in on this. Let's go right after it. Let's see this storm right now and try to get a query on, try to get an idea of what we're looking at here. So we got Derek on the producer stand for the first time. So it's his first time he's playing with this. So here we are, we're right by Seaganville. Let's bring up this CC scope. Let's kind of look at the CCs of this. Let's see what we're working with here. So you guys watched our live coverage before. You know you want to see the greens, the yellows, and the blues. And we're seeing quite a bit of that actually here right along Highway 175. Let's, for the sake of it, let's zoom all the way in. Let's get right inside here of the CC bubble. We'll probably bring up some local roads. You guys some intersections, what we're thinking. We got to keep going in more into Seaganville here. There we go. All right, so let's see. We got North Kaufman Street and East Alloy Bridge Road. Looks like we're seeing quite a bit of hail, possibly upwards of ping pong ball size right now. And this is moving generally to the north-northeast. Let's zoom it back out, bring it back out to the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. Give you guys, you're just jumping in. We got two different storms. We got severe warned right now. And the one reason why we went live, we had a severe thunderstorm warning come in for eastern Dallas County. And we also have another storm off to the east just by Gun Barrel City. This one actually had a hail report. Let's zoom in on this guy over here down to the southeast of Terrell. And this was for ping pong ball size hail in Gun Barrel City at the airport. And it looks like right now it is actually still making quite a bit of hail. Let's query this little storm track here, see what we got coming down. A Titan Impact 5 max size of tennis ball. It's probably overdoing it a little bit. They've had some very large markers here for algorithms, been very aggressive so far this afternoon, so probably closer to golf ball size hail. Got that nice warm air. All these storms are being fueled by a warm front that's lifting north into the Metroplex right now. So all of these are being driven by that warm, moist air lifting to the north, and it's driving them to have that big hail. Let's bring up the CCs, see what we got here. Looking a little better than the storm that we had in Dallas County over by Seaganville a minute ago. Quite a bit of hail here. Look at that. We actually have the fair amount of greens. Let's move this a little further north. Let's see a little more into the core right by Prairieville here. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, quite a bit of hail. Again, wouldn't be surprised. We're seeing I bet we're seeing large quantities of hail upwards of that golf ball 2-inch. Yeah, golf ball 2-inch size is what I'm saying right now. I'm a little hesitant on the tennis balls at the moment. These storms are still fairly new, but we got a lot of things coming up. Only thing down there is tractors and cows, says TJ. Well, you know, we're keeping an eye on this. Again, we got stuff moving into more intense population. If we zoom this back out, so that's what we're seeing right now. So that's the storm that we had a ping pong ball report come in at Gun Barrel City Airport not too long ago. This is the one that is severe warned right now. We're going to jump back in here, and this is in far eastern Dallas County, right along Highway 183. It's pretty much bisecting it right now. We do not have, of course, we don't have a storm track showing up on this, but yeah, so right along Highway 175, where you see those higher reflectivity returns, the pinks and the darker reds. Oh, we're moving along here. Man, look at this. It's getting a nice hook on here. Let's bring up the velocities, see if we get any kind of rotation on this down probably just south of Highway 175. Anything great or, yeah, I don't know, probably some mid-level rotation. Just kind of move it around a little bit, see what we got going on here. Yeah, nothing too wild, but the storm's looking good, which is the ideal situation. Go back to those CCs and you can see, look at that, man. Nice little, yeah, right in there, right in the core of the storm, right along Highway 175, heading pretty much northeast towards I-20 in Lawson. Yeah, Derek's highlighting it for you right there. That is where we're expecting probably quite a bit of hail. Again, that ping pong ball size hail. Hopefully, maybe we can get some golf ball size hail. That would be ideal. You got the storm track inside the scope. All right, we zoom out a little bit. We can actually do a storm track for this. Do we know what the speed of this thing's going here, Derek? Let's here, query the severe thunderstorm warning, and you can look at it off air, and then you can. So got it, and then you should have the off air query to give you the speed and direction. All right, so they updated the warning. It's now for quarter-size hail, so it might be weakening a little bit here. It might be getting north of the warm front, as, again, the warm front's trying to go north, but these storms are moving pretty quick as well to the northeast. Any chance go west? Yes, storms are generally developing to the west as everything is pushing to the north here. And what are we moving at? Guess we're going northeast generally at about 31 miles an hour, so Forney at 612. McClendon and Chisholm at 628, and Fate at 639. So this is going to be moving through outside of Dallas County pretty soon here, and then I believe it's going to be Rockwall County in a little bit. So that's the storm right now. Let's kind of zoom things out a little bit. Let's see what else is going on. I know folks are asking about these other showers. We do have other thunder showers trying to form. Of all of them, the one I'm most interested in is going to be the one off just south of Tarrant County here. I wouldn't be surprised if this tries to go like the other severe warned storms have been. Again, this one over by Kemp is probably the best one that has happened so far this morning and this afternoon. So this will be heading towards Mansfield in the next minute, so pretty much right now, and then towards Southland Anchors, towards Grand Prairie, and then eventually Irving by about 6:30. So nothing crazy yet. If we zoom in on it a little bit more, so I can get a better look at it, it looks like it's a shower trying to get its act together right now. And we're also very close to the radar, so we may have a hard time getting a good view of it. But hail sizes, very close to the radar, still under an inch. Wouldn't be shocked if we end up getting a little bit larger kind of quickly here as these storms develop very fast along this warm front. And yeah, 47,000 people are at risk for this. Again, we're getting into a very densely populated area here in the DFW Metroplex. So I kind of want to check in on the storm. We had this a little earlier that's off to the south and to the west of Dallas-Fort Worth. I believe, I don't even know what county it's in now. There we go. Oh, we got a tornado warning on this. Is it turning? Is it making the right turn? Let's zoom in on this guy off to the west of Waco. Okay, yeah, so what was this report? What got reported in the town whose name I don't know? Gold something. Golf ball size hail at the high school. Yeah, so this thing had a history of dropping some pretty big hail. It had quite the hail spike on it, so it was definitely dropping probably a lot of golf ball size hail. Let's, you can see, Derek, you can roll the radar back. If you can, I believe you can kind of see, it's like just above where the screen is at. There you go. Oh, wow, man, that's why I got that tornado. Pretty much right along Highway 84. So we roll this back a few minutes, and then it looks like it got a little better organized. We pushed it. Oh, you're pushing it back quite a bit. So let's push it forward. Let's kind of see, is it making that right-hand turn? Oh, yeah, there you go. This is what we like to see. This is at 5:43. It's currently just before 6, so about 15, 20 minutes ago. There we go. Woo! And we're racing now. There. Yeah, velocities aren't as impressive as they were about 15 minutes ago. So still worthy of being tornado warned. Still definitely some mid-level rotation, but not too crazy. Hail, though, definitely still seeing quite a bit of hail. Where it's circled there, north of Highway 84, this looks like it is heading, this is dropping probably about ping pong to golf ball size hail, and kind of taking a little bit of a turn. So when the storms get strong, they like to take a right-hand turn and start going more easterly instead of northeasterly, and that would eventually bring it in the general vicinity of DFW, or not DFW, of Waco. So we are going to keep a close eye on that, and of course we're also going to see that potential for storms later on this evening as well into the overnight hours further to the south. But we got another one trying to form back there too. So we get a more wide look. We zoom out a little bit more, try to see all of Dallas in there too. It looks like, there we go. Ooh, all the way out into Texas. Okay. You know, we got the storms here that are off to the south, and then we have everything along the warm front that's racing to the north here in the Dallas area. Let's jump back over to Dallas itself, and let's go back to the severe warning storm in Dallas County. Oh, actually, you know what? Let's go down here. Storm that's not warned yet, or we're going to go here first. It's fine. It's fine. That's why we got our first time on here. Everybody gets to play with the new tech. Max hail size about an inch. Okay, so storm's weakened a little bit. I wouldn't be surprised if we got north of the warm front. I don't have that layer on here right now, but again, still moving to the northeast. We got probably right over I-20, just to the north of I-20, heading towards Forney. This is probably where your hail core is going to be at. I'm sure the CC is a little bit lower here. And you can probably turn the storm tracks off, on and off sometimes too. Yeah, so there you go. You got that hail kind of hugging the southern side of the storm. So you got that right along the edge of the storm here. That is where your inflow is. Get all that warm air coming into it, and that's what's going to cause all that lift to make the hail really get a little bit larger. So it goes and falls out. Probably about quarter size hail right now, and this is right on the Dallas County line, heading from about I-20 to Highway 80 here in the Forney area currently. So I want to jump back over to Tarrant County, the storm just to the south of Mansfield. Looks like it's really blowing up right now. Yeah, look at that. It looks way better. We were just on it a couple minutes ago, and it was just a little shower. We're seeing a lot higher reflectivity now. Look at all the reds and yellows and oranges showing up here. Let's go query this, see what we're getting. Okay, so the max hail size is going to be small. We are very close to the radar. You can't get a good look at the storm. It's really going to be chopping it off just about 1,000 foot off the ground. So I wouldn't be surprised if the thing tries to take off in a little bit here. So, all right, doesn't look like any hail yet. If you put echo tops on, I want to see if. Okay, let's try to get over here. Okay, yeah, it's getting taller. We're getting taller. That's good. Oop. No, you want to do number query for that. There we go. It's picking up 18,000 feet, which actually isn't too bad considering, again, we're very close to the radar. You're not getting a full profile of the storm. And I got the radar update too. After moving off to the north pretty quick here. And looks like the storm's blowing up. If you were in, yeah, all right, yeah, look at that. We're already over 20,000 feet. So this thing's taken off very quick. So I wouldn't be surprised if this really gets its act together and gets severe warned while we are in the middle of the Metroplex here. We're crossing into Tarrant County right now, and that is going to cause immediate concern for anything that can get its act together. We could have hailers right away, and if we had ping pong ball size hail earlier over by Gun Barrel City, golf ball size hail in other areas, nothing to me says that you'd think otherwise for a storm trying to get its act together here close to Mansfield. So it's moving off to the north pretty quick. So that would put Arlington probably in the bullseye here by about 6:25, and then over by Colleyville by 6:45, and that's like your next 45 minutes, 6:03 right now. I got the current time right here. This is what we're expecting. This particular cell is not severe warned yet. Keep an eye on this because it's going to go over some pretty major population straddling between Tarrant and Dallas counties. This is not the severe warned storm. The severe warned storm is over by Mesquite right now, looking a lot weaker. Looks like it pulsed up, dropped some hail, and then ended up kind of petering out a little bit as it's moving towards off to the west of Terrell and then heading into Rockwall County. This storm over here, we got another report. Let's go after we see where this one's heading to. We got Forney, Glendon, we got Fate at 6:29, Royce City 6:36, and then Josephine out of Rockwall County by 6:46. Further south here, looks like we got another report over to the west, southwest of Canton, Texas. I wonder what we got for this guy right here. Yeah, this is the best looking storm so far that's in the Metroplex. It's a $50 report in the town of Mabank in Kaufman County. And then we have quite the hail core here. It looks like probably a ton of hail falling in this. You see all the pinks, the high DBZs, the high reflectivity returns. And look at those CCs, yeah, showing the greens in there, maybe even bigger than that, maybe up to some ping pong balls. Mixing in with that as well. You want to see the greens, the blues, or you want to see the greens and the yellows. You really want to see the blues. The blues is going to be what we're going to get for that big time hail. Let's query the mesocyclone here, see what the hail size potential is. I mean, what the Titan impact might be. So it's warned for 2-inch hail. So yeah, that $50 report might not be the biggest hail that happened. And what? Okay, that's bull crap. First of all, so it's not 6.4. It's probably dropping around 2-inch hail. Good God, that's crazy. I didn't even know it could go up that high. We're finding out new stuff with our tech here, guys. That's got some. Derek's giggling over there. All right, let's zoom out a little bit. Let's go back to Dallas Fort Worth Metroplex. You're just joining us here. We got some storms happening. Oh, he's going the wrong way. You can hit the Dallas Metro palette item camera view. There we go. Nice. All right, so if you're just joining us, 6:05 Central Time right now, we have a couple storms going on. We got one developing down by Mansfield in far southern Tarrant County. This has not been warned yet, but we're keeping a close eye on that. Ignore the marker at the moment. We're very close to the radar. That's not going to get a real good view of the storm. You're cutting off a lot of the storm with that. We originally went live. We had a storm that went severe warned over here by Dallas and eastern Dallas County. We had hail probably, I guess, quarter to maybe some ping pong ball size hail right along that Dallas County line. It's now moving away from Dallas and has weakened considerably. It's warned for quarters right now. And then finally we have this other storm over to the west, to the east of Kemp. Had a history of ping pong ball. It's warned for 2-inch hail. And right now it has a ridiculous marker of 6.4 inches, which we know is not going to be the case. But it's warned for 2-inch hail till 6:30. Places like Canton, Edgewood, Grand, Saline, and Willis Point all at risk here. About 12,000 people at risk. So this is not as impactful as the storm that's not warned that we're keeping an eye on, because there are many more people at risk for that. So, see, don't have any warning updates at the moment. This thing's trying to get its act together a little bit more. Unable to tell. Yeah, well, of course we have the oh, we got our radar update. Let's go ahead and zoom in on the one that's not warned right now in Tarrant County. Kind of see what's going on with that. See all these supercells there. They're getting that good supercell structure right along the warm front here. So, all right, this is looking a little noisy. Again, radar is right here. So this is your cone of silence. You're not going to get anything on the radar from this. And this is going to be picking it up or so. So it's going to be messy right by Mansfield, not going to lie. So not seeing anything too impressive at the moment. Let's just do CCs real fast just to see if there's anything at all. But right now I think it's a heavy shower right now. We're keeping an eye on it though. See what's see what ends up happening with it. All right. All right, let's go back out regional view here, or just the metro view. So again, we got probably the best storm off to the south and to the east. Here's the one over by Dallas County. This one is weakening considerably, but they got that nice little hook on it. They're all nice little supercells. Let's see, any chance we see storms as far north as Denton as far as future radar? Just curious. Well, Andrew, right now, we have everything lifting to the north. So if we can get it to lift to the north far enough to get to Denton, which is behind our banner right here, then maybe. Right now, not seeing it too much. We're seeing the storms going on. Yeah, we're highlighting all the little hooks here. So we're getting very good storm structure. You want to have the hook. You get that warm air into these storms to get the updrafts to really take off, get very tall, make that hail, suspend the hail for a little while. But right now, it's not looking too crazy anywhere except for pretty much behind where I'm standing. So I'm going to move it to the side instead. We have the storm here, not warned yet. Severe warned storm in Dallas County has moved out of Dallas County. That one is not going to be a problem. And then this one probably has the biggest hail that has had a couple of reports with it already. And we're going to have more storms possible later on this evening. Again, Denton, it's possible right now, but not super probable. Actually, I think, Derek, I'm going to test you a little bit here. It's going to be in the lower hand corner. You're going to see like a list with like the eyes that you can turn on and off. You see it? Where it has like storm tracks and the radar and all that jazz. Okay, if you scroll down, there should be one that says hail tracks. Bring up hail tracks. Oh, there we go. So here's the history. This is what the software is showing here. Turning the radar off, you can see these are general paths of where hail might have been, like right here in far southeastern sections of Dallas County is going to be your best bet. And then, of course, over here is where you're starting to see some bigger hail. I'm curious to see what the algorithm's putting out for hail, especially if we do like a number query for like right over here, the most recent storm. Especially because the algorithm's thinking there's 6-inch hail. I'm really curious to see what they're putting there. Saying 3-inch hail, we'll see. And then up to 1.6 on here. The algorithm, I think, is overdoing it a little bit. I think it's not impossible. There was some ping pong ball size hail over here, but I think closer to $1 to $half size hail. With that, we're by to southwest of Seaganville. And then over here by Canton is where we're getting some crazy numbers. But I'm also thinking that it might be overdone a little bit. It might not be factoring the volume of hail falling. We might actually really be seeing a lot of golf balls versus 6-inch hail or 3-inch hail or whatever crazy numbers coming out. Yeah, what's it trying to give us right here? We do normal query. See what the latest update for the... Okay, it brought it back down into the realm of reality of 3.6, but I'm still thinking probably a ton of hail. Might get a couple. Not impossible to get some tennis balls in this, but it's looking a little intense. Let's kill the hail tracks. Let's bring up the radar, especially because there we go, got the reflectivity on there. Yeah, this storm is looking like a monster. It's the potential for what we could see for other storms a little later on. This setting pretty much gonna go just to north of Canton. You can see, yeah, that inflow is excellent. You see the little hook right here. That warm air is going right in there, suspending that hail for a long time, really keeping it up in the air long enough to really accrue a lot of size and come down into that up to tennis ball potential. And yeah, right in here, you see the cold air coming out. We got two different arrows happening over here, but yeah, basically you got the rear flake downdraft coming in here. Cool air comes out in here too, and that's where all the hail is falling as well. Man, dang, that storm looks good. That's crazy. And pretty much right for Canton. Yeah, I think like the biggest hail might impact like right over here. My hand's at like pretty much right where the I-20 sign is at. Here in the Canton area. I don't know if I have the local roads loaded up on this. No. Yeah, Wallace is having a bad time right now. Little town of Wallace. Let's see. Man, I don't have my work phone in my pocket, so yeah, Canton High School. Canton High School again. Was that Church of Christ on Big Rock? Can't see that super great. All right. And this is the biggest storm right now. It's like right along just south of I-20 in Canton, Texas. And this one's probably dropping, again, at least 2-inch hail. Probably a ton of hail, ranging in sizes from quarter up to maybe towards tennis balls. We'll kind of see how that plays out, see if we get any reports and any images. If you guys have pictures, feel free to send them to us. If you find them, it'd be fantastic. We love to see pictures from you guys from storms that happen. Moving off to the west a little bit now, we see some more storms trying to form here in Enos County. Is that Enos? Oh, wait, is this a new report? Right here, Derek? Let's pop that bad boy up. Golf balls, look at that, in Canton. And I guess, I don't know exactly where we don't have the local roads on all of our counties, so I'm not entirely sure exactly where where the people are at. But yeah, in Canton, we're getting golf ball size hail. Probably on the western side of Canton, and now probably west of the center of town, and where I-20 is going to cross is going generally this way, where my hand's going, to north and east, about 30 miles an hour, and look at that. Yeah, Wallace right now, you're getting probably smacked pretty good with the storm moving through here. I thought I scaled it. Is San Antonio going to get anything tonight? It is possible. I think San Antonio is going to be the southernmost extent of where we could see storms. I think Austin, Waco, Killeen, that area has a better chance, but it's not impossible for San Antonio. Again, this is the best storm right now, probably dropping a fair amount of hail with that, a ton of hail with it, upwards of maybe 2-inch. Yeah, no population. So we're going to go and jump back over. So once we get past Canton, it's going to be pretty rural. So let's go back over to the Dallas area. Just kind of see what's happening here. We got some showers moving through. Nothing warned for the 4 major counties, so Denton, Collin, Tarrant, Dallas, and then I include Rockwall County a little bit as well. We do have some other showers showing up here over by north of Claiborne. Got one by Tarrant County, a couple others by Ellis County. So really, there's the potential for any of these to kind of take over and really drop some big hail. So we're gonna kind of keep an eye on everything, kind of see what's going on here, see what possibly happened. So many near misses past few years. Tell me something good about Austin. If you believe in the computer models, they're really trying to pound Austin a little bit later. The north side, probably by like Round Rock and stuff, like at 2:30 in the morning. So there's that warm front. As this lifts north, any storms that can latch onto the warm front, like the one off by that's dropping hail right now, that golf ball size hail by Canton, they can get to the warm front and they're pulling in that warm air south of the warm front, they can really get going. So, we just got a report coming in Dallas County. Come on, be golf balls. Be golf balls. Please be golf balls.
How long should I make you wait for this?
Nah.
You want me to click on it?
Yeah, let's see. We got a report that came in from that storm earlier. It's probably quarters. Yeah, quarter-size hail in Balch Springs in Dallas County. We have a bet going on at the office for predicting the day of the first golf ball report in the Metroplex, and if it happens today, I win. So I'm pretty stoked for any possible storm. So I got a lot of excitement for that. So anyway, as Derek pointed out in drawing here, you have the cold air kind of coming in. Not really that cold. It was it's in the 70s, but you have drier air to the north. You have that moist air moving from the south to the north. So if you can get a storm to latch onto that warm front and pull in that warm air to the south, you'll get the chance for some bigger hail. Yes, Seaganville does had some hail. We got to get an official report for me to win the bet. So that's the big thing. So win the bet. Yeah, man, I know you guys are all rooting for me to win the bet here because that's a good storm. We want to have Derek on the video tomorrow for wearing the green suit with the new tech, right? So looks like this one's trying to get its act together a little bit more? Derek, the one by Mansfield, as it's lifting north. I mean, as it's pulling away from the radar, the marker's getting a little bigger, so it's not too bad. It's a skinny little guy. Yeah, it's Royce City. Yes, I think there was some. It's pretty close to the warm front. I don't know what the observations are at the moment for where the higher dew points are, but I'm guessing that it is very close to the warm front as things are lifting north with it. Yeah, keeping those hail sizes small. Yeah, we're close to the radar, but also it's a little guy right now. As potential You like watching that potential with it. And it would be heading towards Arlington in the next 10 minutes or so, and then Grapevine about 6:50, Flower Mound by 6:58. So it's got some time to get its act together here over a pretty densely populated area, and one of the most densely populated areas in the country here in the Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. So again, keeping a close eye on that for you guys, seeing what could possibly happen here, giving Derek plenty of time to play around with our tech. Zoom in on the storm in Rockwall County. Yeah, let's go check this out. It's still severe warned right now over by Royce City. It's south of I-30 right here. It is not looking as great as it was a little while ago. All right. So this is over by Heath and McClendon and Chisholm, by Forney. Looking around, that is not something you want to see if you want to see big hail. There is not really too much. The correlation coefficient that shows large objects in the sky. If it's rain, got that purple. If it's this, it's hailing, but it's not very, the values aren't very low. You want low values. The less correlation that you have in each of the objects in the sky, the bigger the objects are going to be. You got a big stone, little hit raindrop. Correlation is going to be very different, so it's going to make it a low value. Oop, got the radar update in there. So again, you're probably seeing some hail right here, but over by the John Lewis Elementary School, but it is not anything that is going to get you excited. It's probably going to be sub-severe hail. The storm has weakened considerably from when it did earlier, when it was first warned over by Dallas County, where we did get that quarter report in, over by Balch Springs from a little while ago. But right now, not too much really happening. It looks like it's really kind of fizzling out a little bit. And did the storm track go away, or did you turn it off? You turned it off, okay. Yeah. All right, so again, this storm not too great, and it looks like it's starting to, we're talking about that inflow, showing that warm air. Look at all the rain. This rain is going in there, cooled air, it's killing off the storm. So that storm to the south over by Canton that's been a monster, it's probably kind of killing it off a little bit, and we have other storms trying to get their act together as well. So yeah, you have the air is coming from Terrell, and over by Terrell, it's raining. And that rain is going to kind of kill off the storm a little bit here, so. Yeah, got the nice circle of cold air, kind of killing off our warm air a little bit with this. So we go back to Dallas, the overview of Dallas. Join us, covering some storms here last little while. We've had one storm off to the west, or off to the east, excuse me, or by Kemp, that has had multiple reports upwards of golf ball size hail. It's over Canton right now. Kind of a monster. I mean, look at that supercell. It's got that screaming eagle look. You got the talons coming down, the wings coming out. How big in Ferris, Texas? Where was Ferris, Texas? I think it was this storm here. Probably some golf ball size. You can check all this out on Hail Trace. All this is being mapped live, of course. If you have our alerts, you probably got alerted that we went live. And you also got alerted that we're mapping. And you can pretty much just refresh the page or refresh on your app, and it'll keep showing the updates to the map every couple minutes as the storm keeps chugging along here. And then also, our sponsors, if you missed it at the beginning, we saw our 2 minutes commercials. You got C3 Group, Marine Law Group, and our Settlement Balance Claims description below, or on the description of any of our videos, live or otherwise. So thanks for them for sponsoring us, making all this cool new tech possible. And with that, I'm going to make Derek do something that's neat. You see on the bottom below where the screen is, you got the different radar products. You got the 3D Iso Reflectivity. Click on that. Ooh, look how tall the storms are. That's cool, right? Okay, so we can, if you go to the scene camera, the camera tool, and then go to properties, and then you can actually tilt the earth. So that way we can kind of see how tall these storms are. So this is actually the 3D view of the storms that you guys have seen in our videos before, but this is actually going to be on all of the storms that are happening right now. Nope, other way. As tilt earth, you want to kind of pull it down, and then that way it'll tilt us towards the ground. There we go. Look at that. There you go. See how tall these storms are. So you can see the main storm, the one by the one over here by the town whose name I just Canton, by Canton, pretty tall. That's a big time storm. That's how we're getting that over golf ball size hail. You can see how much smaller the storm in Rockwall County is really starting to kind of fizzle out a little bit here. And so you want a real big tall storm. You're getting that nice warm air that is not getting really impeded by any rain or whatnot. And then you have over here, you can see, we were talking about the radar, the storm that was by Mansfield by the radar. You can't get the full effect. You're getting this weird wonky looking tower because it's not because it's actually wonky looking, it's because the radar is unable to read the whole storm. So these are the two main storms right now. You can see this one's so much taller than this one, and that is why we're getting this big time hail. You have more area to work with for these hailstones to kind of tumble and gain some size, and this one's really starting to kind of fizzle out and break away from its main updraft. And then the one off to the west that is over Tarrant County is actually just kind of having a bit of a hard time. So let's just go back to normal reflectivity, and then we can just do the there we go, back to what we're looking at here. And man, this storm just doesn't want to go. So I have a feeling I'm going to end the live video and it'll come to life, and we'll have a severe thunderstorm warning. But that's what we're looking at right now. Is there anything else you want me to add before we jump off of here, Derek? Got the storm, yeah, it's like pretty much right over I-20 right now, and it is looking pretty anemic, a little skinny. Nothing too crazy going on with this, and it may not quite get to the strength that we need here for, Echo Top. I mean, it's tall. It's just really skinny. It doesn't seem to want to like strengthen. There might be a capping inversion. Maybe we're north of the warm front. Whatever it may be, it's hard to analyze it just live radar right now, beyond conditions that you can't see on radar. But it's possible that this is just not getting its act together quite enough at the moment. Of course, we'll go live again with anything if it does start going crazy. But otherwise, things are a little quiet in the immediate metroplex right now. Let's do an overall view of Dallas once more, and then kind of pan down towards Waco. Make sure that tornado warning storm that's out kind of middle of nowhere isn't by Hamilton. Okay, so here's Waco. This thing, all right, it seems to be going to the northeast. It could end up towards Hillsboro or Waxahachie or Claiborne in the next couple hours, but it's going to be a while. So if it can hold itself together, then yeah, it might get to the southern sides of the metroplex, but right now it is in a fairly rural area. I mean, there's still obviously towns in here like Hamilton, but it is in a fairly rural area. So I think with that, we're going to take a little bit of a break. We'll come back when there's some stuff going on here. So make sure you follow us on all of our social media platforms. I'm sure you're watching us on that. So Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, subscribe to our YouTube channel, all that great stuff. Hit see first, especially with the potential for storms, so you don't miss out when we go live. If you don't have our Hail Trace app, and if you do have our Hail Trace app, sign up for those alerts when you go live, and give us a call, 855-334-4245, especially if storms do happen, or if you haven't renewed already, then what are you waiting for? Come give us a call. Visit our website, info@hailtrace.com, and our website at hailtrace.com for more information. Thanks for tuning in, guys. We'll be back later. Hopefully do those hail dances. We can get some big hail here in the Metroplex, or even way later in places like San Antonio or Austin or Waco. Talk to you guys later.